Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to Looplearnings. We are making inventory management system, and this is the next video in the series. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a form for managing the products in the inventory management system. And we will also be looking at the forms for category and the supplier, which I've already created. So I'll give you a little bit of information on these two forms and why I made them offline, and then we'll create the products form and will fetch the data onto these list box. So if you're someone interested in watching this, make sure you watch till the end. Hopefully you'll learn a thing or two from this video. But before I start, I want to make sure to ask you to subscribe to the channel if you have not. And if you are located in a country where the YouTube has given access to become a member of a YouTube channel, you'll see a join button right here. So I would encourage that you do join the channel as a member to support me and this channel. And I would like to give a shout out to 5 members who have already joined this channel. Thank you so much. You know, if you're listening and you have joined this channel, I really appreciate your support. Let's get back to the Microsoft Access, and let me give you a little bit of information on the forms that I've created. So I have created 2 forms. Why? Because they are part of or they are linked to the products form. So if I'll go to the products table, you can see that to make this products table or the products form successful, we need the category and the supplier. So that's why I've created the category form and the supplier form as an offline. So I'll give you a bit more explanation on that. But I've done a bit of modification. Basically, I've added 2 fields, 2 columns into the products form which were not there, and they are unit cost and tax. So very, very important. And these 2 are added based on the suggestions and recommendations that I got in the comments. So thank you so much for commenting and telling me that this needs to be added. And of course, as part of the total cost of the product, there are many other things that may be part of the total cost, but we are making the bare minimum application. And so if you have something additional apart from the tax, you need to add another column, or you need to have another table that will keep that record related to the products. Okay, so if I'll go to the category form, very simple form and 2 fields, right? And simple mechanism, create and update. And similarly, if I go to the supplier, and supplier also very simple, very basic supplier information. Again, if you are making very sophisticated real world application, you need to have a lot more onto the supplier form, because managing supplier is another separate task, right? You know, you have credit history, you have type of supplier, you know, you have shipping information, etc., etc. So a lot that goes on into the supplier, but this is a bare minimum. And the purpose of these videos is to tell you the best practice so you can apply those best practices and make the sophisticated, brilliant applications on your own. Okay, so if you're wondering, hey, you made these 2 forms offline, we don't know what you did, so let me give you the background. And these 2 forms are exactly the same that I demonstrated in the last 2 videos. So last 2 videos, video number 6 and 7 in this series, actually demonstrate the steps that I've taken to do the VBA coding behind these 2 buttons. So if there's nothing different, honestly speaking, so please don't be worried about it. So you can see that right behind the button, this is the similar code. We declare the variable, we set the variable, we build some checkpoints, and we then open the record set, we transferred the information, we updated the table record set, and we close the record set. We threw a message box saying, hey, it is done. So it's exactly the same. There's nothing different. Okay, so do not worry about it. All right, now this information or the background context was very important for me to give, so that's why I did a lot of talking in the start of the video, so sorry for that. Okay, now let's move on and let's fetch the information, the product categories information onto this list box. We will change the caption of this dynamic button. Also, we will fetch the information for the supplier, and again we'll change the caption of this button. Remember, this button is going to be used for many purposes, so that's why we will be using one button, change the caption, and then based on the caption we will run different operations. So it's very exciting mechanism that, you know, I usually like to build to keep the application lighter. Okay, so let's go back to the design view and let's click on this product category button. And what I would like to do is, when I click on it or user click on it, we want to fetch the information from the products category table, and we want to populate on top of this list box. So very simple, 2 columns table. It should not be difficult to fetch the information quickly. So let's go to the on click event code builder, and here we are. In here, what we're going to do, first of all, we are going to say me dot list, that's the name of the list box, dot row source equals, we want to select what? We want to select the category ID and the category. Okay, category ID and the category from where? Well, from the name of the table. And so to avoid any mistake, what I would like to do is rename, copy, and paste. That's it. Now we will set some properties of the list box. We'll say me dot list dot column heads, and we'll say yes, true. And me dot list dot column count, we'll say 2 columns. Me dot list dot column width, remember with s, width equals, so because these are 2 columns, so we will have the category ID and category. And what's the width of the list box? So let's see it. Width is 5. Okay, so we'll say, let's say um, 2 centimeter, right? And the remaining is, all right, we'll readjust it. Okay, if we need, we will adjust the width. Also, what we would like to do is we would like to change the caption of this button, and we would like to change it to create. So we'll say here me dot btn create dot caption equals, what we want is create category. All right, let's do that. Let's try it out. Go to the form view. Right now it's a customer, right? So create customer information. Let's click on product category. So it's the product category. Okay, and the create category button. You see, if I click here create category button, nothing happens because we haven't done any coding behind it. But if I come to the manage customers and I click on create customer, guess what? The customer form opens. So we want to make sure that we do the VB coding behind the create button when the caption is create category. All right, so let's go to design view and let's go to the event tab, and in here we want to copy the same. And okay, I'll not copy, let's say, okay, else if me dot btn create dot caption equals create category, then okay, do cmd dot open form. What's the form name? Form name is category f, that's the name. Okay, we want to open this form if the caption is create category. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to the form view, and this time we'll go to the product categories, create category, and boom. See, now this time the form that is open, which is relevant to what information is being displayed onto the list box. So this is why this one button can be used dynamically for different purposes. So let's create another category perhaps. Okay, add a category. So for example, electronics, books, and let's say sports items, could be something like that. We'll click create. All right, sports is added. Now we want to make sure that when we double click on this list box, then the respective information is populated. The category form should open and that information should be populated. So let's go back to design view and we'll click on the list box on double click event ... and in here we need to provide the information. All right, so this was when we fetch the information. So I'll say if me dot btn create dot caption equals create customer, then okay, if create customer, if the button caption is create customer, then and someone double click onto this list box, then the customer form should open. But if the create button caption is create category, so we'll copy that. So let's say come here and we'll say else if me dot btn create dot caption equals create category, then what should happen? Then different form should open. Which form? The category F form should open. So we'll say do cmd dot open form and category F form. We want this form to be open, and now when we open the form we have to give the specific information, so category ID and category. So we'll say forms category F category ID equals me dot list dot column 0 forms category F and the category me dot list dot column 1. If you're wondering what I've done here, It's quite simple. Remember, this list box is going to be used for multiple purposes, as I explained for the create button. So we will always refer to the create button caption, because that's the checkpoint for us. That's the reference point for us. So we'll see whatever caption is populated onto the create button, that information, that will be our reference point, and based on that we will manipulate the code to open the respective form and populate the respective data. I hope that you have understood. But if not, do not worry about it. Just keep watching and keep practicing. I'm sure you will know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's debug it. And there is a error. And what is that error? We will see that. Block if without if statement. Okay, so there are two. I have added one more if statement. So that's the reason I debug it, to avoid any sort of errors. Okay, let's go back to the form view. We'll get the products category. Let's open the books. Yeah, opening, sports, opening. And let's go back to the manage customers. This time the customer form should open, and whatever record I click on, that information should be populated. So let's click on Iron Man, and here we go. You see, that's how you use this list box and the button dynamically based on what information is being displayed. So let's repeat that for the suppliers button as well, like we did for the category, and then we'll move on to the products form. I know this is going to be big video, so do not worry about it. If you're real learning, and I'm sure you're enjoying as well. Hopefully you are. If you're enjoying, let me know in the comments below. I would like to know. Okay, so now let's go to the suppliers table. So what do we have in suppliers table? Okay, in suppliers we have supplier ID, supplier name, contact, email, and the status. So pretty much easy, 5-6 columns. Let's fetch the information. So we click on the suppliers button and event tab, and we go to the on click event dot dot dot, and we go to the code builder. And in here we say me.list.role source, and select statement we will write. And this time we'll say, okay, first is supplier ID. So supplier ID, then what do we have? Supplier. Okay, that's not supplier M, supplier, and contact, and email, and status. Okay, from where we are fetching, we will give that information. So as usual, I like to copy the name of the table just to avoid any problems. Okay, now let's set some properties. me.list.column heads equals true, me.list.column count. How many columns do we have? Let's open it up again. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 columns. And now we'll give the width of the list box. So column width with S. First column is the supplier ID. So we would rather keep it hidden. We don't need to see. So we'll say 0. Okay, double quote, 0 centimeter, colon, semicolon. Supplier, we do want to see the information, so we'll say 3 centimeter. No, maybe, okay, 3 centimeter. We can adjust it again, and then semicolon. Contact, let's say 2 centimeter. Email, 2 centimeter, and then status 1.5 centimeter. Okay, let's check it out. We can always come back and adjust. Hey, remember, you need to change the caption of this button also, right? So this time me.btn create.caption equals create supplier. All right, let's go and check it out if it works, or we have to do some. Hopefully it will work. So manage supplier, boom, we have an error, and that error is very silly error. It has to be equals to 5. Okay, let's go back, and this time works. But as I said, we can always go back and change the width of the column. So we can see that supplier, maybe we can extend a little bit. Contact number, email, also we can extend a little bit. That should be okay. So let's go to the supplier, dot dot dot. In here we'll say 5 centimeter supplier name, 3 centimeter contact, let's say 4 centimeter for the email, 2 centimeters for the status. Now let's go back and check the width. It is more now. Anyway, actually we have to increase the width of the list box. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, I wanted to do it, so I'll do it right now. Not because I have extended columns. It's just I always wanted to increase the width of the list box. Anyway, this looks fine. And now we have the create supplier button. So let's repeat the same what we have done. This time the create supplier, the supplier F should open. Okay. So let's go and do that. So I'll copy this rather than I'll type it again. And in here, we'll say if the button is create supplier, then open supplier F. Okay. Let's go back and let's do the double click event as well. So remember, we have to go to the dot dot dot, and here we'll say else if me dot btn create dot caption equals create supplier, then ucmd dot open form. What's the name of the form? Supplier F. Okay, and then we have to give reference of this information, and let's open this. So supplier ID, supplier, contact email, and status. So we'll say forms supplier F exclamation mark supplier ID equals me dot list dot column 0. Remember, it's located in 0, column number 0. Okay, then we go to supplier. So let's copy this and let's paste it a couple of times. Okay, so in here we'll have next field is supplier, which is located in column number 1, contact located in column number 2, and column number 3 has an email, and column number 4 has status. Okay, how do I know? Because remember, when I was writing the SQL statement for the list box, it was exactly in the same sequence of what we have in the table. So that's why I know that what column number which information is located. So next one we have contact. Okay, and then we have email, and then we have status. Okay, that's it. Let's go back and check it out. Let's debug it. Okay, no problem as of now. Let's close it, save it, form view, manage suppliers, and let's double click. Boom, Amazon. And if we create supplier, let's see if the supplier is created. Let's say Alibaba is a supplier, and contact information is, let's say, 00. I don't know, I'm just typing the code. I'm sure it's the wrong code, but sorry about that. At Alibaba at company.com, and let's create it, and boom, we have Alibaba now. Okay, so Alibaba, Amazon, all working great. We go to the customer, we fetch the information from the customer, we double click and we open the customer form with the information populated. We do the same with the product category. We fetch the information for the product category. We double click on a specific record, and the specific record is populated onto the specific form. And then we do that same for the supplier, and the specific record is fetched and is populated onto the respective form. That's the beauty of VB Code. You can fetch information, you can display the information, you can transfer the information, etc., etc. Now we're done with the first part, and now let's move to the second part, which is making a form for the products table. And now this is the main crux of this video. Okay, so let's go to a form, and let me copy it rather than I make it again, and let me paste it. And this form will be products F. All right, products F. All right, so we'll click OK, and we'll go to the right click design view, and we'll get rid of all the fields, and we'll temporarily assign a record source, which is the products table, to fetch the information, or sorry, to fetch the columns. All right, so if we'll go here, drag and drop. Okay, let's right click, layout, stack them, home, make them full black, arrange, padding, narrow. We'll go back to home, sorry, we'll go back to the property sheet format. We'll make it 0.3, and we'll make it 0.05 top margin, and we'll adjust it. We'll expand the width of the text boxes. We'll expand the width of the labels. We'll make them bold. Let's do a bit of formatting, which means giving a proper spacing. Okay, product name, choose category. So just say category, or maybe perhaps choose category. Okay, let's expand the label a bit more, so we can give a bit more spacing. And the same we will do with the supplier. Choose supplier, and we'll give a space here. What's the unit cost? Give tax, give cost price, selling price, minimum stock, and unit price. Sorry, not unit price, it's a unit. It's a unit of measurement, UOM. Okay, so maybe we'll in bracket we'll say UOM just to make it simple for the user to understand. Okay, we're done with that. Let's make the enable no, locked yes, change the background color. There we go. Okay, so we're done with this, and now let's make this as bold. Now we need to do a few more things. We need to change this category ID from the text box to the combo box, and we need to link this to actually the category table, product category table. So let's convert that into the combo box, and then we come here in the data and row source, and we'll click on dot dot dot. We'll fetch the table, and the tables are product category and ID and the category. Simple as that. I'll click yes, and the column count 2, and here 0 semicolon 1. That's it. And we repeat the same. Let's change the height, so height remains the same as the text box, and then we repeat the same with the supply. So we'll first of all we'll convert that into the combo box. We go to the data tab, we go to the row source dot dot dot, and we go to the links tables that we have, and this time we'll fetch the supplier table, and we'll say supplier ID and supplier. That's it. And we'll click on yes, and we come here and column count 2, width 0 semicolon 1. Oh, where I'm writing, this is not the place, sir. 0 semicolon 1. All right, let's change the height to 0.3. Okay, looks good. So we are good until now. So let's go back to the form view. This is how this form looks like. Now what we need to do is we need to do the VB coding behind this create button and update button. So let's go back, and we need to unbound this form as well. So let's go back to design view. To unbound the form, we'll remove the record source, and also we will get rid of these the values, because these are all bound right now. So we'll make them unbound, all of these fields, just to make sure that they are transferring the proper information. Okay, let's go back to the create button in event tab, dot dot dot, and we'll keep the same mechanism of creating a variable, setting a variable, and I have already put the DBO products, the name of the table, which is DBO products. And then we will now put some checkpoints, which means most of these text boxes or comma boxes or fields, whatever you want to call them, are mandatory. So they require mandatory information. So that means we have to put some checkpoints that this user will not keep these empty before hitting the create button. So let's go ahead and do that. So instead of instead of I write it, I'll just copy and paste things. Okay, so after products we have the category, supplier, unit cost. So category, so just say check the category if it is empty or the user has given some sort of value. Then we'll have the supplier. All right, so we'll do the same, that the product supplier should not be kept empty, and we're setting the focus also. So that means the user interface is very fluent and very user friendly. Okay, then we are checking the cost price. The cost price should also not be empty. All right, me dot cost price. So copy that, paste in here, give some space. That's it. All right, that's the purpose of doing it. Selling price, minimum stock unit. Okay, so we'll do the same with the selling price. We'll set the focus and we'll say selling price. Okay, we copy the information from here. We copy this code, we'll paste it. So instead of selling price, we'll say minimum stock and the unit. Okay, so we'll say minimum stock. All right, product minimum stock. and we'll copy this and we'll say unit. All right, so that's quickly done. Oh, not unique table, unit. All right, so product unit. Okay, once we've done that, now let's move on. We have opened the record set, which is table, and now let's pass the values or the information from here. So we'll start from the top. So we'll say product name first. So we'll say rs create exclamation mark product name equals, oops, me dot product, right? But I think it's not product name, it is the product. So all right, let's copy and paste a couple of times. So we'll just change the column name and that's it. Then we have category ID, supplier ID. So we'll say category ID, we'll copy that, paste in here. Then we have supplier ID, we'll copy that, paste in here. Then we have unit cost, that also needs to be transferred. And then we have tax, that also need to add. Then we have cost price. Okay, then we go here. Then we have the selling price. Yes, selling price. Okay, so tax, cost price, selling price, minimum stock unit. So minimum stock. All right, we go here. Let's say unit. Let's say unit. Then we have status, me dot status equals active, and in here we'll say status equals me dot status. Simple as that. So we have done that creation. Now let's move on and let's do the VB coding similar behind the update button. Now to save our time, what I'll do, I'll do a bit of copy and paste here as well. But before I do that, the name of the table is DBO supply, DBO products, not supplier. So we'll paste in here, and then we are looking for the unique value, which is the product ID. Okay, so if the product ID is empty, we are not going to update any record. And also we're looking for the product ID, okay, in the database to refer to it. All right, now here, instead of me typing again and again, what I'll do, I'll copy what we have done the typing here, hard work here, and we'll paste in here. And the work is not finished. We'll just copy the rs update. We'll change the rs create to rs update. Remember, we are updating the record here. We are not creating the record. So, to copy, we also have to be smart. All right. So that is done. Now, what we need is we need to make sure that we do not have any error, and that we'll do by debugging. And we do have an error. So there is a category ID, not the category. All right, supplier ID, not the supplier. Okay, that's the benefit of doing debugging. Let's do the same in here. So instead of, oh, okay, we do not have here. Let's debug still. So me dot supplier. Okay, so it's not ID, it's only the supplier. Come on. All right, that's sometimes it is very annoying to get these errors, but it's good. We get this error at this stage, so we do not run into error when we're actually performing the actual task. Okay, we're not done yet. Okay, so I know it's a very long video. It's already longest video. If you're still watching, you're a legend, let me tell you. And let's move on. And what I would like to do is I would like to calculate the cost price automatically based on the unit cost. Okay, so unit cost plus tax equals cost price. That's what we are going to do. And so this is why doing the VB coding behind this unit cost will be very, very important. 1 or 2 line of code and we should be able to done. Now the important thing is, now you can have a static tax value, which means the tax, like let's say 15% for all the products. I'm just giving example. Or you can have a dynamic tax based on the supplier, based on the type of product. So it's based on the business type. Okay, so business requirement. So please check it out, your requirement, and based on that you do that. But in here I'm going to give example of the static tax. That means any product that will be created, the 15% of the unit cost will automatically calculated and it will be added into the cost price. So let's go ahead and do the VB coding behind this text box called unit cost, and we'll do that after the update button. after the update event, sorry. Okay, so I'll say me, first of all, calculate the tax. Okay, and remember I said tax will be 15%. That's the standard tax for of the unit cost. All right, so me dot tax equal me dot unit cost multiply 0.15. So that's the 15%. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. Then we want cost price equals me dot unit price, sorry, unit cost plus the tax. Okay, so cost price equals unit cost plus tax. So this is what we are aiming to calculate automatically. Hopefully it will be done. We will check it out when we're testing. Okay, now let's quickly move on to dashboard. And when we click on the products button, we want the, of course, the columns to be updated, columns to be appear, and if there is data to be updated here, and the create button also. All right, so let's go to the design view. We'll go to the manage products. We'll go to the event tab, code builder, and in here we'll say me dot list dot row source equals select. What do we select? Well, we come here in the products and we select the product ID. All right, we select product, we select actually we can make a query, because query will include the category and the supplier, because here the category would be in numeric values and the supplier will also be numeric values. That will not be really useful information to display. So let's go ahead and create a query. Well, I just thought to create a query, so I'm going to create a query right now. We'll get the products, we'll get the category table, we'll get the supplier table. Okay, hey, there's no a link. Why there's no link? That's interesting. We'll see that. Okay, that's another task for me to look into, why there is no a link created between the products and the supplier table. We'll see that. So we'll go to the product ID, products, category, supplier, unit cost, tax, cost price, selling price, minimum stock, unit, status. We'll go to the datasheet view and we have nothing. Okay, and I'm wondering why there's no relationship created in the database for the supplier and the products table. Anyway, we'll save that and we'll say the products queue, which means the product query. All right, we will then go back to our VB code and we'll say we want product ID, we want product, we want category, we want supplier, category, supplier. I can foresee a problem. I can definitely, we'll see later on. And then we have, let's move on here. We have the selling price and status. I think that's the information should be displayed only. From where? Well, we are fetching the information from products queue. So we'll write here products queue. Okay, now let's set some properties. Let's list column heads equals to me dot list dot column count. How many column counts we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 column counts. Then we'll set the me dot list dot column width with S, and we'll set the width. So the product ID we don't want to see, so we'll kind of hide it. So 0 centimeter, the first column. Product name we want to see, so 3 centimeter. Category we want to see, 3 centimeter again. Supplier 3 centimeter. Selling price probably 3 centimeter. We will change it later on. 2 centimeter selling price, and the status would be 2 centimeters as well. We'll come back if any change is needed. Remember, we have to change the caption of this button, create button as well. Me dot btn create, okay, dot caption equals create product. That's also very important. Let's go ahead and check it out. I can foresee a problem with the query because there was no relationship created. We will see later on, how it will span out. Okay, this video is already very lengthy. I don't want to go into the database right now. So we'll go to the manage products. We can see the columns, which is good news. But let's create a product. Now, if I click here, nothing is happening. So let's go to the design view. Let's do a VB coding behind this button as well. So I'll copy this and I'll paste in here. If the caption is create product, we will open the product. Where is the name? Products F. Okay, close here. We'll test it. Okay, manage products, create product. The form is opening, which is good. So let's give a product name. Let's say iPhone uh, 13 Pro Max. Okay, the category is electronics. Supplier is Amazon. Unit cost, let's say. So this is moment of truth. Our tax should be automatically calculated and cost price should automatically be calculated as well. So let's say the unit cost is 700. There you go. 105 is the tax, which is 15%. Hopefully that's the value. And the cost price is 805. Selling price, let's say 1000. Minimum stock, we want to keep 3 quantity, and unit of measure is AE. So let's click on create, and this is another major moment of truth, whether the data will be transferred or not. So let's click on that, and we got an error. Okay, item not found in the collection. So we have, oh dear. So supplier ID, it's not supplier ID. It is only a supplier. Let's try again, and this time it works. Okay, it is created and the data is populated. Yay! I thought this is going to be a problem because the relationship is not created, although we have to check. I have to check why the relationship is not created. But the good news is the information is created, the product is created, the information is displayed onto the list box, which is fantastic. This is what I was looking for. And I think let's stop the video right here because my laptop's battery is down. I have to create a Urdu version of the video as well. I don't know when would I be able to do that, but I hope that you have learned something from this very long video. And please do subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notification whenever I upload any video. Let me know in the comments below if you have learned something from this video. I do hope from this very long video you have learned something, a thing or two. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.